Hello, in this video I'm going to be showing you how you can remediate a document from start to finish, as well as how do you remediate a table in a PDF document from start to finish as well. If you are a student assistant as a part of the Assistive Technology Center at CS2SP, you might recognize this from the training that we provide for you guys at the beginning of the semester for how do you do document remediation, more specifically for table remediation. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to remediate this document, but the difference is I'm going to be removing all the tags to start with, and I'm going to be showing you how to tag the table from scratch. This particular document that we have right here from the Microsoft Document Accessibility training that we shared with you guys comes with tags. Now, not all documents are going to come with tags when they are assigned to you for remediation. So to make things a little bit more realistic, in this video what we're going to do is remove all the tags that came with it, so all of this stuff right here, and start over from scratch. So in this tab right here, I have an example of what that looks like. There is nothing in the tags panel, there is nothing in the reading order panel. I'm going to show you how to get from here, a completely blank and untagged document, to here, a document that passes all accessibility checks, and the table has been properly remediated as well. So first things first, let's go to the first document. This is the document that you download and we assign to you for learning how to do table remediation. First things first, we're going to go to the reading order panel, and we're just going to remove everything. We're going to right click up here where it says tables parentheses 4.pdf, right click, clear page structure, and then delete everything. If we go back to the tags panel, you can see there's nothing in here anymore. First things first, and this is the thing that I should be sharing with everybody as soon as they start working for us. One of the things that you want to do when you're doing document remediation is save early and save often and save in different documents. So when you are remediating a document, whether it's a 10-page document or a 30-page document, Adobe and Acrobat and just computers in general really like to stop working right in the middle of the document remediation process. You can kind of alleviate these problems by saving consistently throughout the document remediation process, so that way you won't get up to like page 29 out of 30, Acrobat crashes, and now you have to start all over. You can at least like start over from page 20. So first things first, we've removed all the tags, so we're going to go to File, Save As, and then we're going to rename this as All Tags Removed Table Doc. And then we're going to hit save. And now we have this document saved as its own unique individual file now. So this creates a new file with that file name, all tags removed table doc. So we now have a blank canvas, so to speak, and we can start with the accessibility process. So we go over here to the accessibility tools panel, click on that, click on reading order, and we can start the process of tagging. Let me bring the reading order panel over here. What we're going to do is this very first one, we're going to select this, and we're going to say heading level 1. So to emphasize that point that I made earlier, now that we've tagged one thing, we're going to go to Save As, and then we're going to say added H1. Now this is a little bit over the top. I'm not going to say it every single time we add one new tag. This is just kind of an example of like what the tagging and saving process should look like. So let's tag these next two parts. Text paragraph, done. Text paragraph, easy. Now we come to the table itself. If you run into a table that's in a document, first things first, you want to come over to the tags panel, right click, say new tag, and we want to come down here in the new tag menu to where it says table. Scroll, scroll, scroll. There's a lot of different options. Table, click OK, and now we can start to work on the actual remediation process of the table in the doc. Now, let's go ahead and save again. Tags up to table. By the way, this is just how I make titles when I'm remediating a document. It's very dumb and very lengthy. You can use whatever works for you as long as it works for you. Okay, so now, very first thing that we need to do is we need to actually count the number of rows that are in this table and the number of headers. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 columns. First things first, we're going to make the rows. Come up here to table, right click, new tag, come down here to table row. Click OK. Now there should, if Acrobat actually like their customers, they would make it so that you can make multiple of these at once. Unfortunately, there isn't a way to do that. If you find out a way, or if you know a super cool way to do this, to make it so that you can make multiple tags at once, let me know. Maybe there will be a Starbucks card in it for you. Let's go ahead and get these last few. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows. We're going to take these. We're going to nest them underneath the table tag. So nesting is basically where you make it kind of like a subsection underneath one of the tags. We're going to move this under here. And now what we're going to do is we're going to actually mark up the column headers on the table itself. So if I were to look on here, we have January, February, March, April, May. So what we're going to do is we're going to select Jan. And we're going to say text paragraph. And you'll see why I'm doing this in a second. Then we do February. And if you see here, it kind of selected a little bit of extra stuff right here in the tag. One cool trick that I learned from the conference is if I press Control and then left click and drag, it will unselect the section that I have accidentally selected. So if I were to do something like this, oh my goodness, I selected way too much, I can press down Control, left click, drag. It will unselect the top part and then unselect those two sections right there as well. So let's go ahead and go through the rest of this. And then scroll back out. And then I'm going to select and tag March and unselect that. And for the record, if we were to have kept that in, it wouldn't have done anything with the screen reader because there's not actually anything in that section. And then we're going to go to here. And then to here. And then we're going to open up our table. And you can see that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 table headers. We're going to take all these and we're going to put them underneath and nested underneath the first table row option. Then we're going to select these text paragraph tags, right click them, properties, and we're going to say that these are actually a table row header, or table header cell, sorry. And now when a user is scrolling through the document and they get to the table, they can know what the headers are for this particular table as well. Now we can get started with the rest of this. So same thing as before. One of the things that you might have encountered when you are remediating documents is Adobe Acrobat will do this thing where it'll kind of just put the table or the tag randomly in the document somewhere rather than in the place where it should be. One of the things that I like to do is, let's say, for example, I'm tagging this row right here. I'll just let it be placed wherever it is being placed, and then I will move them afterwards. So let's go ahead and tag the rest of this. Tag, and then tag, and then tag, and then tag. Now we can take all of these. Oh, I missed one. I'm sorry. And then let's see here. Where did that get put? Got put there. Let's see here. And that's the third one, so we want to put it here. So let's make sure that this is all in the right order. Yes, it is. Beautiful. Okay. We select all these, put them underneath the next table row, and then we want to change all of these, and I'm left-clicking, holding down Shift, and then left-clicking again, and I can select multiple tags at once. Now that I have all of these tagged or selected, I can change the tags to Table Data Cell, and we want to repeat that process for the rest of these rows as well. So let me go ahead and do that. And then let's unselect these. Okay. Please scroll. There we go. Then it's being put there, so at least we know where it's being put at the moment. We get started with the rest of this. Text paragraph. Text paragraph. text paragraph. Yes. Then we take all of these and we nest them again underneath the next table row. Left click, shift, left click, right click, properties, table, data, cell. And then we come down to the next one. Let's collapse that. And then if we were to continue tagging, we can get this next row done. Then tag, and then tag, and then tag, tag. And let's take these. We will put them in the next row. Right click, table data cell. And then we have one more to go. I don't know. You can do it. There we go. Now we will put these in the last row. Properties, table, data, cell. So now we have this whole table tagged. Now what we can do is first off save. Save early, save often. Full doc tag before check. So now we're going to do the actual accessibility check, and we're going to see what issues come up on this. So accessibility check, start checking. Let's see your documents, logical reading order. We will check that in a second. Title, right-click fix. It'll add the title. Tag content failed. That means that there's probably a couple of sections that weren't properly tagged, or they're not actually there. So let's see here. First element is this. If you run into an issue like this for tagged content, one of the things that you can do is, for example, with element 2, I'm going to click on there, right-click, and then show in content panel. Now, sometimes Adobe will do this thing where it actually tags blank areas as actually being content in the page, and as we look here, we can actually see that this tagged area in the content panel, there's nothing actually there. So what we can do is, if you run into this issue, scroll back out, let's go back to the accessibility checker, tag content, failed, element 2, right-click, show on content panel. What we're actually going to do is just right-click on this guy, and we're going to say delete, because there's not actually anything there. Like, an Acrobat doesn't know what it's talking about. So, Adobe Acrobat, element 1, and then let's right-click, show on content panel, and let's see what's actually in this guy. It is a blank field. There's nothing actually there. So now you're going to go to delete, and now we're going to say save. Actually, I should have said save as, so it makes a new document. So as you can see, as I'm saving these as a new document, it kind of saves it in stages. So like this is right after we tagged heading level 1, this is tagged all the way up to the table, and then this is the same document before the check. So let me go ahead and do accessibility checker ran. Now let's run the accessibility checker again and see if it runs into any of the same issues. Start checking. And the two things that we need to do are logical reading order. Color contrast, I already know this passes. Let's go through and see what the logical reading order is. So that is correct. It should be starting off with the title of the document at the very top. Then paragraph, then the next paragraph, then the table. Correct. Correct, 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 and then let's make sure that the cells are in the correct order as well. And then I'm just doing down arrow and right arrow right now. So down arrow, up arrow to go through the document. And then if I want to uncollapse something, I can go to it and right arrow and it will open it up. So I am on the third row now. I'm just making sure that these are reading correctly, top to bottom, left to right. Cool. And yeah, this reads completely in order. This has been remediated, and we have gone from a completely untagged document with no accessibility in it whatsoever to something that passes 100% of accessibility checks. So that is how you tag a table from the beginning without any accessibility built into it. And that is how you can run the accessibility checker on it to make sure that everything is being read correctly. Please let me know if you have any questions or if something wasn't 100% clear on this video, and I will do my best to answer them. Other than that, thank you guys again for all of your amazing work. Like, it has made a huge difference for us when it comes to the document remediation process for the campus. So watch this video, watch it a couple times, please. And if you have any questions on anything, please let me know. Talk to you later.